Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for May 23rd through 27th. And we are recording on Zoom today. Guess it's our reality check a little early. We both have COVID. Yay!
The best friends do everything together, including get sick.
We did 2 years. And this might be a short recap.
Yeah.
Hold on. I still have my water with me.
Good job.
Pineapple juice really helps with the cough. I have found.
Really?
Yeah. It has, I think it's something that begins with a B, but it helps. It's like a cough suppressant.
Oh, okay. I will have to ask someone to get me some pineapple juice.
Yes. There's my little tip.
Thank you.
I don't know. It's something begins with a B.
Okay.
That's in it. I'm not going to look it up right now.
No, so, there could be a no Google.
Yeah. Today's a no Google day. We're just going to go with straight to the facts.
There you go.
One fact that I got messed up last week when I was talking about the clarinet and sounded like I didn't know that I played it from 4th to 12th grade is that I said it was a register and it's actually the ligature is what holds the reed in place. Nobody called me out on it, but as I was listening, I'm like, what are you talking about? That's a ligature. So the ligature would have pulled out extra body parts if it had been used as a bayonet.
God, I'm so glad that you clarified that for us.
Did you do your headlines?
I didn't. I did not do it because I was proud of myself for even watching them. And this week was it felt like a run on every day.
Yeah. So there was really only 2. Monday was Dante expresses misgivings. Tuesday, Nina takes the stand. Wednesday was preempted. Thursday and Friday were both long summaries. So.
Yeah.
I mean, last week was all short summaries, so I don't know what they're doing. Don't know.
I don't think they know what they're doing.
I don't either. I don't know. I can't decide. I think I like the longer summary better because it gives you more of a recap of, this is everyone that's going to be on that day.
But I guess it depends on if it's supposed to be a recap or if it's just supposed to like pull your interest. If it's a recap, then sure, the longer one because it recaps everything. But if it's just like a headline, no, I want it to be short and simple to make me want to watch it.
I think it's supposed to be like, I think when they do the longer ones, it's like any other show. Like whenever you read the show description, it gives a little blurb.
Yeah, that's too much.
You want the TV guide version, not the...
Right.
Now what we have.
Yes.
You want the limited print space.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Yes. Because it should make me interested to watch it.
Yes.
If I can read the whole thing, I don't have to watch it.
Yeah, but it doesn't always give away what happens. It just says, I don't know.
I feel like it spoils it. Well, lucky for us, their recaps aren't really that accurate all the time. So I guess it doesn't give it away. But if it was an actual recap, correct, then it would give it away.
If it's long, I don't even read the whole thing. That's a lie. Yes, I do. Because I type it out. So
of course you do.
Well, I have to report it.
Mm-hmm.
So, starting on Monday, my question is, why weren't Dante and Sonny mentioned Corinthos coffee? Why were they not using the cute little Corinthos coffee mugs that they sell on the ABC website? And there was that beautifully placed QR code between Dante and Sonny, and it was also between Chase and Brook Lynn when they were talking. And on the ABC website, they also have like Metro Court glasses or Charlie's Pub glasses. They could have had those on there. And then the QR code, I could not get to go with it anywhere. Like I tried to zoom in on it. It was not working. It was like not even registering. So I don't know if that QR code goes to anything. Obviously, that is just the set or the building that they work out of.
Right.
So,
no, see, I thought they didn't have the coffee mugs because they weren't at a Corinthos coffee. They were just at a restaurant that served Corinthos coffee.
But if they had that little stand thing at the hospital, how they, like sometimes hospitals have like a little Starbucks stand.
Right.
And remember how they had the little Corinthos coffee cart? I think it was in Rice Plaza, right?
Yes.
I think it was somewhere. So they could have had like that little coffee cart and then had like a little Corinthos coffee mug and made that QR code work and taken us right to the ABC store. See, I should just be on the marketing team for the show.
Yes, I agree.
So, now that I am Nina's assistant, I will help with the marketing. So
that is good. She needs some help because she hasn't been at her office in God knows how long.
No, she has not.
Shannon must be super competent. She can take over the whole office for her.
Exactly. I can just take over the magazine.
There you go. So it started with Dante and Sonny having their coffee, discussing how Sonny's going to testify for Nina because him and Michael are done, and that's the end of it, which was stupid.
Dante called him out, though, like father, like son.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second because, look, my kitten is trying to do our work for us.
Oh, hi. Is that Oliver?
That is Oliver.
Hi, sweetheart. Oh, you just turned off the camera.
Phone is muted. There, am I good?
Oh, yep. There you go.
I don't know how I get back to you. It's in safe driving mode.
Oliver, what are you doing?
I don't know how to get back. I'm not driving, Oliver. There you are. Found you. Apparently, if you swipe on an iPhone, it goes into driving mode, so you can just talk, not see the other person. That is very safe. Thank you.
Yeah, no, they do that on. Yeah, you do that on an Android too. It's actually there. Right. It's like a safety feature that Zoom has. Yeah,
that is very nice. My cat just taught me something I did not know.
There you go, Oliver the teacher.
Yes. So anyway, so yeah, the relationship between Sonny and Michael is over. And Dante pointed out a good thing. He thought whenever Michael had taken Avery that their relationship was over and they came back from that. So why would he ruin the relationship over Nina? But of course, Sonny's stupid and did just that.
Do we just want to get into the whole court thing, being that was like a whole thing on its own?
Sure.
Okay. Because I'm like, there's not really a good way to transition to something else just to come back to that later.
Right.
There's just so much. Okay. I couldn't find the Abercrombie and Higgins case that Scott was using as precedence. Normally, whenever they mention a case, though, like we've been able to find it and figure out what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Did not see Scott using Claudia against Michael. It did not. I mean, and to be fair, it makes sense because if you're saying that this woman did all this horrible stuff, you might not have spent some time in jail for murder.
Yeah, but I still feel like they were totally different. First of all, Michael was a child, which although murder is still murder,
teenager.
There is a difference.
He was a teenager.
Right.
He wasn't a 5-year-old.
He wasn't a 5-year-old, but he wasn't an adult either.
He knew what he was doing, though.
He didn't mean to kill her, I don't think. I think he just meant to knock her out.
With an axe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes that happens. And he was doing it to protect his baby sister. It showed a pattern of he will do anything to protect the people that he cares about. He protected Jocelyn from Claudia, and he protected Avery from Sonny by taking custody of her. And so he's going to protect his child also.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it was the same as Nina, who went crazy and kidnapped a woman and made her have her baby and took the baby to Canada.
And the thing is, like, Nina did get help after all of that, and she worked on her mental health. However, she has made, typically if someone were to have done that and then not repeated any of the same behavior,
right,
then that's one thing. But it's like she did the big thing, but then has shown signs of
crazy on top of that. Yeah.
Perhaps not fully, I don't want to say recovered, because you don't necessarily always recover from things like that, but like you working hard to
not using her best judgment.
Yes.
And you can't risk that. I mean, everyone makes mistakes, but the mistakes that she's making are very large, and you cannot have someone like that being responsible for a child. And even, I think they pointed out how unstable she is, even just by her thoughts of when she talks about raising Nell and making it different. She couldn't have raised Nell.
Right. She was in a coma.
Yeah. Like Diane said, you have this fantasy, but that's not how it would have gone. Nell was an adult by the time that you could have come back into her life. That's not your fault, but you can't pretend like it would have been different if you had known earlier, because you couldn't have known that much earlier. You were in a coma.
Right. Yes, parenting does make a difference, but sometimes you can be a great parent and the kids do not necessarily follow suit. And
Right.
kids are their own people.
Exactly.
So did not think about Diane bringing up the fact that Franco was Scott's son and that too was his accomplice.
Yes.
That was, and as I'm sitting there watching Diane tear into Sonny, I'm just like, she's the only one that could get away with that.
Mm-hmm. Right. He was totally losing his temper, but not the way that he would have with someone else.
Like, but he was correcting her, like, Diane, like, don't go there.
Yeah.
But I mean, she was not, I don't think she was as ruthless as she could have been, but she was definitely not, I think she might have lost his services. I don't think he might be looking for a new attorney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I wasn't sure how she was Michael's attorney to begin with. Like, I know she's the best, but
we talked about that. Like, why didn't he get Nora or something like that? Oh, what if he winds up using Martin?
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah.
Martin probably doesn't want to make an enemy of Sonny, though.
No, why wouldn't Sonny use Martin?
Oh, is his professional
Sonny could start using Martin. I'm trying to think of but he seems to do more corporate law and stuff like that, but who knows? Right. Exceptions can be made, I guess.
Yes.
So Willow looked like she was really thinking things over. Like, at first I thought she didn't know about Claudia.
Yeah. Yeah. Her face was like, wait, what is this? Mm-hmm.
I really think the best idea is for her to approach Nina and suddenly Willow is going to get loud and violent in a courtroom.
Right.
Wait, didn't she do that before?
I don't understand.
When she was on trial. She wasn't on trial. She was on the stand for something and Chase was there. Shoot, what was it? You know what I'm talking about?
When she told about Sonny and Nina having a relationship?
Way back when, but she was still with Chase, I think. Like, a long time ago.
Was it testifying against Nell?
Oh, might have been.
That's the only thing I can think of a long time ago.
I forget.
But it was just ridiculous that all of them stood there and fought before court started. And then once court took its recess, she goes right back in and is like, no, Nina, and grabs her. Why would you do that right before the final verdict comes out?
Right.
Like, if the final verdict came out and it didn't go your way, sure, I could see that. You'll be angry and who cares about the consequences and whatever. But right before the verdict comes out, you're not going to suddenly show that you're unstable also.
Right. And I don't know. I've never been to court. Wouldn't the bailiff have stayed in the room?
Right. Until it was cleared. Yep.
Okay. I don't know. I've never been in that situation. Yay.
I mean, I just assume.
No. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that you have either. I'm just saying.
I have not either. Let me clarify that. I have not.
To be fair, you're also the ex-wife of a cop, so you do tend to know more about things like that than most people would. And there's a reason for it.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. At that type of hearing. Yeah, I don't know. There really wasn't a lot that happened this week other than the trial. Ooh, I was really kind of on Michael's side a lot this week when he asked Maxie if Felicia hadn't killed Peter. He is part of Bailey's life. Yep. And she was like, there's a difference. And he was like, I'm not talking about the difference. I'm talking about legally, he would have a right to his daughter. Do you think that should be okay? But that's what I was also saying back when I said about Claudia. Yes, the circumstances were completely different. However, the things that he's bringing up about Nina, he has also on paper. Yeah, I think though that done some stuff. That Diane said it all whenever she was like, here's Michael's record and it was paper thin. And here is Nell's record and it was 25 million pages. Yes. I don't know why she didn't bother getting Nina's. Because really, Nell's irrelevant at this point. Thoughts about her, it's irrelevant. She's not alive. She's not around. Well, we don't think she's alive. Who knows? I hope not. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I can't decide which way it's going to go. If Willow winds up losing her mind on Nina, I don't think it's going to work well in her favor either. No. Like I said, she really needed to wait for the verdict to come out. Yes. I thought the scenes between Jocelyn and Cameron were completely unnatural. You don't think you would have called your girlfriend before trying to go into work if your mom was going to Shadybrook? I don't know. I thought that
Because that might have happened more like overnight, and then he was just going into work the next day just to, I don't know, remember whenever we weren't connected 24/7?
Yeah, but I still feel like you'd call your friends. I don't know.
Yeah. But she's been kind of super judgy about stuff with him lately. Maybe he doesn't.
She has. And the fact that she kept going back to Esme, I was like, would you shut up? That's exactly
what I was going to say. Maybe that's why he didn't, because she let him talk for 1 second, and then it was, okay, now back to my thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's just a poor kid.
Right. Can I talk about me for a second?
Yeah. Like, my entire life is falling apart.
And you're talking about getting some dumb girl back, which not saying that what Esme did wasn't awful, but they've been going through this for a while now. It can be on hold for a few days.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was nice that she was at least physically there. Maybe that was what they wanted to get, though, was that they physically saw each other instead of him just calling her.
When did Kelly's get a bike rack?
I don't know, but I actually thought about that too. I like the fact that he doesn't have his own car. You know, he's just riding his bike to work. You know, I see that as more of he's working his way through things, not necessarily a eco-conscious choice.
Oh, right. Definitely. This is just a faster way to get me to work.
Yeah.
And then Trina and Rory, that was cute.
Super cute. So they have a Museum of Natural History. Have we ever heard of that before?
No.
Okay. New location alert.
Yeah.
It was so funny because when she's like, all nerds love the planetarium, I'm like, yeah, the first series that my husband and I watched when we started dating was From the Earth to the Moon.
Of course.
And then we made our first trip was to go to the Smithsonian and everything down in DC because he had never been.
I was never there until I went with Megan on her 6th grade trip.
Yeah, but he was a Civil War reenactor. His dad was a history teacher.
Oh, yeah, that is weird.
You think that he would have gone to the nation's capital at some point? No. I thought it was sweet when Rory said that he was tough enough to handle a few frowns.
Yes.
I hope that he's legit and not shady.
Yeah. He seems legit. I mean, I know he makes some faces that you're like questioning, but that was just so sweet and presumptuous to think she was going to show up there. That makes me think it was, I don't know, sincere.
I liked that he was like, well, I dropped the hint about this, and hi, Oliver. Amanda's kitty cat is curled up on her. But that he was like, well, I kind of made this assumption that, based on the little hints that I dropped, that you would pick up on it.
Right. And he was smart enough to get her a chair. Good job. Yep.
And the Metro Court has mocktails, so we just need to get those.
Yes.
I thought it was cute that he was like, don't worry about paying the PC. I love the fact that the PCPD gets a discount.
Mm-hmm. But I liked her coming back. Oh, my family has a membership. It's okay.
She didn't say it like that. She was like, oh, that's really sweet. But just so you know, next time.
No, she didn't say it like snooty. She just said it kind of like, we can take care of ourselves also.
I don't think he said anything wrong by saying that he was going to pay for it. I don't think that.
He said it a couple of times. He was like, don't worry about your past. I got a discount. Don't worry about this. I got a discount. It was like, okay, good discounting. Stop.
I thought it was sweet. I thought he was just saying, I'm going to take care of everything today.
That was very nice, but I don't know why he kept needing to say it. I like how they had her all like nervous and not knowing what to say after she saw him get out of the pool. And he's like, what's wrong? And she's like, nothing. That was cute. Taking in the scenery.
That was really cute.
I like their scenes. And it was funny how mad Spencer got, and then Esme's like, why are you so angry about Trina again? I so don't like her.
Oh, look at Twist is right over your shoulder making a little nest out of your pillow. There you go. But Esme might leave.
Right.
Oh, in that last scene though, with Nikolas downing the drink and her, I was like, can we not do this? That is beyond.
I just don't think that it's like Nikolas. I know him and Ava keep fighting, but they're not over yet. If she sent him divorce papers and like they just signed the divorce papers and he was that level of drunk, maybe it still would be disgusting, but maybe that would happen. But right now they're still so off and on. I don't see him blowing up his marriage to hook up with Esme.
No. And I really thought that they were still on the same page, like at least pretending in front of Uncle Victor until they had that private conversation. But I loved how Nina said, or I loved how Ava said, what are words without deeds? It's the same exact thing as actions are stronger than words, but
just a little
much fancier. So
yeah.
I really like that because it's true. You can say all the things that you want, but if you don't do the things, they're useless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see Ava giving up so easily, and I don't see Nikolas turning to Esme just yet, the way they're trying to make it sound like they would.
No. I could see him more going to the Savoy and drowning his sorrows and maybe paying attention to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But to cheat on his wife with his son's girlfriend?
Ew.
That's not even, I mean, no.
Mm-mm. No.
I mean, even when he was hooking up with Catherine Bell, her and Stefan were not still together.
Right. So gross. So gross.
Oh, but I guess back to Cam, though. Liz is officially going to Shadybrook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was mentioned a few times this week?
Oh, HIPAA. Yes. I totally thought that you must be right. They are listening to us because it was, first it was Curtis asking about stuff with his dad. And it was Britt saying to Nikolas, have you ever heard of HIPAA? And I was like, oh my God, that's so funny.
I did like Curtis's question, though, because he says, I know because of HIPAA, the doctor can't tell me anything, but doctor to doctor. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a very fair question that most people might not know the answer to, and that honestly, I might not have thought the answer was still no.
I think it depends on the doctor.
Well, and he just said, he was like, no, I'm not Marshall's doctor. So therefore, but isn't he did see Marshall in a patient physician capacity. So
yes, technically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like by the time that he found those pills, like he had already invaded his privacy enough that if the other doctor was willing to give some information.
Right.
I mean, I know it was an accident. He was looking for the blood pressure meds, but he still went and took them to Curtis. He didn't keep it to himself.
Right. Yeah. Nikolas was asking about information on Liz, and Britt starts flipping out on him, tells him about Spencer getting all snarky with her.
Mm-hmm.
Terry backs it up and is like, but as a friend of Liz, I'm sure she'll tell you soon.
Right. Exactly. All I can tell you is she's going to be okay.
But Britt's line, don't come back unless you're injured or dying, and then grabbing his hand and saying, I hope to see you soon.
Yes, that was so good.
Oh,
I really like her whenever she's, I don't know, not being nasty, but being nasty enough. Like, I really do like her.
But her scenes with Terry were really sweet because Terry was like, okay, what is going on here? Because you're a little extra mad right now.
Right.
Like, yes, you have your nickname. But going on.
I like that she said, I'll go with you and be your wingman, but just so you know, I have a boyfriend. So,
yeah.
And she wouldn't give up the information. She's like, nope, I'm not ready to go public with it yet. That was cute.
Although when she said there's a personnel issue, and Britt's like, wait a second here.
Please don't be dating one of our employees.
Yeah. But I think that, Britt respected that. And I guess that social society or whatever is having an in-person event.
Yes.
Social singles? Society singles? Society.
I can't remember which one.
Okay. I think it's society singles. So I guess we'll know soon enough if that's Spinelli's for sure. And then Amy got Chet a job.
That was so weird. At first, when she was talking to whoever she was talking to, I thought that there wasn't actually a job and she was just like messing with him and offering him the job to break them up. So I'm glad that there is actually a job that she submitted his resume for and that he got. I hope he doesn't go to Chicago, but I'm glad that it was an actual position, not just faked you out, sorry, kind of thing.
But at the same time, it's to be the mental health outreach director at the VA hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his perfect, his dream job. And I like that he went and told Terry. Terry was like, I think you have to take it.
Yeah.
Because
that far, they could do long distance.
Well, what they say, like 2 hours by plane.
Right.
So, but I mean, I think that she's not going to hold him back just because and like she said, they've only gone on a couple dates.
Right.
So it's not like they can do long distance, they can try that. But I was really impressed with Amy that she came out so quickly and she had the same concerns. I think that Terry had the same concerns when she was telling Britt, no, there's a personnel issue. She's like, seriously, I would never be escaping my boss.
Right.
It's not just that we butt heads occasionally. It's, and then what if something happens, whose side are you going to take and this, that, and the other thing. So
she admitted she was being selfish.
Yes.
Which is like a first.
That was a big step for Amy. So very, very proud of her.
Gold star for you, Amy.
I only have 2 other things.
Okay.
We finally have a yoga teacher.
Because
Carly had a little one-on-one session.
She did. And then she turned around and got stressed right back out again because Brad came in.
Yep. And then Ned talking to Drew again about his position at ELQ. And I thought the scene was perfect because Drew's just, having his juice and his breakfast and his pre or post workout clothes. And Ned's like, I have to go to the office as the only Quartermaine who actually works for ELQ.
Yes, exactly. How are you going to kick me out when I'm the only one that does any work?
Yep. So, Amanda now has 2 kittens crawling all over her head.
Oh, Brook Lynn and her songs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So she asked Chase for help and he said no. Whatever she's doing is not okay. He cannot help her with that. And then she was talking to Drew about it a little bit. I don't know.
Isn't Aurora a media company?
It is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of media.
No, but you'd think that they would have attorneys that specialized in whose property is what and how to get out of contracts.
Oh, listen to their little squeak.
Sorry, they're fighting on the computer.
Oh, Amanda's cats are fighting on the keyboard. It is the cutest thing.
So, yeah.
They're in charge of Crimson.
All right, guys, stop. We're trying to talk.
Oh, why wouldn't they? So it was October 2020. Sam and Jax hired Michael as the CEO of the digital division. Jax runs the print division. On March 1st, 2022, Drew tells Sam that he is considering a leadership position at Aurora and taking a more active role. He says that Michael is doing great with the digital division, and Sam says that Jax has divested due to conflict of interest.
Okay.
So maybe Jax is creating his own little thing.
That would make sense.
And then in April, in an effort to help Curtis find the truth about his recently emerged alive father, the jazz musician Marshall, by offering him a job as the jazz concierge musician for the media company. So Aurora really hasn't established itself other than being in charge of Crimson.
Right.
So, okay. So if Aurora and ELQ merge,
I don't know if they would merge them together and then redivide them, or if everyone would just continue to have the same percentage. I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. I'm not sure what
maybe they could have Ned take hold of the music division.
That would be good.
If there's even a music division that we don't know about. There was apparently a jazz musician concierge. Right. So I would imagine that there is some kind of I know that was a fake job.
Yeah, but still.
But I would imagine for Marshall to think that it was a legit job, there would have to be some kind of a music presence.
Right. He's not that dumb. Yeah.
So maybe Ned can be in charge of the music. And then they could get Brook Lynn's stuff going. I don't know.
I feel like Ned's bottom line is he just wants a real title that he's not co-titling with someone.
Well, and like I just read, Drew only said in March that he was even considering working for the company.
Right.
He doesn't have anything to do with the LQ. So why does he get to merge them? This whole thing doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, but maybe it's just a play for more stock. And then that's whenever Valentine and Ned will come in and shut it down.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. The business stuff's kind of boring as far as who holds what shares. Just go to work.
And Ned's the only one that does. So
exactly.
He should be able to continue to do so.
That is true. He is the only one working. Everyone else is at court or having some coffee. So
I really think that was it. Was there anything else?
Oh, the flirting between Finn's dad and Alexis.
Oh, yes. Because I was very confused by playing Frisbee by just throwing it away.
Right? It's not a boomerang. It's not going to come back to you.
No, there is a trick you can do with a Frisbee to make it boomerang.
Oh, okay.
But
my skills are not that good. I apologize.
I actually used to be able to do it.
Oh my gosh.
But
that's not what he was showing Violet. He was like, just throw it and then pick it up.
He's like, here, just throw it like this. And it wasn't, and then he hit Alexis.
Yeah.
I didn't like that Violet came up and was like, I don't think you're playing nice. He wasn't getting loud. They were talking.
Yeah. Right. It wasn't appropriate. Like, she has better manners than that. If they were shouting or something, then yes.
Right.
But they were just having a grown-up disagreement. That's allowed to happen.
Right. Exactly.
I did like the way that they explained it to her, though. They were like, sometimes you can disagree, but it's not like a fight. So that's what's going on here. You need to just calm down.
Yeah, this was a very short one.
Yeah, it really nothing happened. Plus, we were a short week. So,
Yep. Do you have anything else for reality check?
I was going to say, that takes us into our exciting
reality check.
Oh, it was the last day of school for the kids. That was exciting. So,
Cool.
Or they were excited. So, Madeline cried a little bit because she has to change elementary schools since we moved. And I got a nice email from her teacher saying that one of the other little girls was like in tears that Madeline was leaving. And so he wanted to make sure that me and the other mom had each other's contact info to keep them
that's nice.
together. So it was nice. And I reminded her she has a birthday party next weekend and then a birthday party 2 weeks after that. And then she's doing a Bible camp that a lot of her friends are also doing the same week. So it's not like she's never going to see these kids again. Right. But it was just cute that she was so upset and that her friends were so upset too. Sad little 9-year-old drama.
Sweet. And they'll see each other again in a couple years in the middle school. So
right, exactly. I am glad that that's how it's going to work out because the way that our district works, she'll have this year without them. But again, a lot of them are in her cheer and dance and whatever, but she'll have this year without them, but then they'll all merge back together the following year. So people shouldn't have forgotten her and she'll be a step ahead because she'll know everyone from both schools.
There you go.
But anyway, it was just cute. Like, you don't think of little kids being that upset and they were definitely having feelings and Megan's just happy to be done with the year. So I feel like that's how all teenagers feel. But yeah, they're at their dad's this weekend so they can avoid the COVID. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't have anything else. Basically, I started to not feel well Monday afternoon and that's how my week's gone. Trying to figure out, thankfully I have not had to do any showings.
Yeah.
So that was good. I guess if I'm going to pick a week to do it, a holiday weekend that most people go out of town for or are busy for is the time to do it.
Right.
Just really hoping that nothing messes up my daughter's graduation next week. So I have stayed in my room most of Tuesday and Wednesday. I just slept most of the day. So It's not like, I didn't necessarily mean to, but like I had some Zoom meetings and stuff like that I had to do. And I was just like, can I stay off camera?
Yeah.
And, so I still had to work. So.
Right. Oh, Tuesday we got Megan's nose fixed. I'm sure everyone was waiting to know what happened with that, but she continued to have nosebleeds. And so finally she got the appointment with the children's ENT and they did cauterize it. So
good.
No
so
more nosebleeds for Megan. Hopefully they did both sides. They said that there was cuts on both sides. So they took care of both of them.
Good.
So yeah, there's the update. No cutting off Megan's nose again.
Yay. So hopefully next week will be a little bit more exciting and healthier.
Yeah.
But on Thursday, you can join us as we talk about part 3 of Deception. And we just need to stop saying that things are going to be quick because we know as we get further into these things, there's always more to it. So,
yep.
So yeah, join us on Thursday. We will talk about the end of the Laura Carly time owning Deception.
So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.